Hello and welcome Natural Selection 2 fans to this video about the next gorgeous update coming from Unknown Worlds to Natural Selection 2. This update is due to come in within about a week or two, and there's a lot of changes coming. This is a huge content update, and the best of all, it's free. Completely free. How great is that? So there's been a lot of changes talked about in this update, very exciting changes. I decided to collect what we know at this point, put it into a video, and you guys can kind of discuss what you like, what you don't like, and I can already hear people calling nerf, 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 but you know what, we'll just wait till that happens. So to move ahead with this update, I'm going to start with the changes and the updates to the Kara that we know at this point. Also, before we start, I just want to put a caveat in here that anything in this video, because the update has not released yet, anything in this video can change. Any options that you see here can change. Any pictures, any art, anything is subject to change actually until launch. So don't be surprised if something does. Something probably will change. So be ready for that. So, on with the Kara. There's been some changes to our favorite Kara class, the cute Gorge. A couple ability changes to the Gorge. The first ability that has been added to the game for the Gorge is its ability to create underground tunnels. These tunnels can be created on infestation only. They're kind of akin to the Marine's phase gate abilities, so a Gorge is going to be able to pop open an entrance to a tunnel and an exit on infestation. This is going to allow the aliens to be able to enter from an entrance from one hive and run down it quickly and exit, get through an exit on another hive that's maybe being attacked. This has been a problem with the aliens, or playing with them, since actually for a bit. It's really hard for aliens to get around the map, especially once Marines have phase gates all over the place. It's hard to pull off the front lines of fighting as an alien just to run all the way across the map to beat one Marine that's, you know, deciding to kill all your upgrades behind your hive. So this is supposed to kind of fix that kind of weakness that the aliens have in terms of getting around the map more quickly. With this tunnel, friendly and enemy units can enter the tunnel at the same time, and there can actually be fights inside the tunnel itself, no matter the size. So Onai can get in there, and also Exos can get in there as well and duke it out. Now the two holes must be down in order for the tunnel to be functional. That's at least what we know right now, or at least what I've been able to gather. If the exit or an entrance hole or whatever exit side is destroyed, then the tunnel just doesn't work. I don't know if that's actually the case going on. Maybe some of you can correct me if you know, but that's kind of what I'm getting at right now. The tunnel size between the 2 points, entrance and exit, is the same distance no matter the size. So you can have an entrance and an exit 5 feet from each other, and the tunnel length when you get into it and run it is actually the same size from 5 feet to 1,000 feet. Which gives some consistency to the aliens of getting from base to base. It's not instant like a phase gate. That would be, I think, a little bit OP if that was the case, but this does help in huge ways for the aliens to move around the map. The next ability we're going to talk about is Babblers for the Gorge. So the Gorge gets to spawn Babblers, and we have some concept art here of the Babbler and probably what the Babbler is going to look like on the right side of your screen. So these Babblers were actually in Natural Selection 1, if you remember. The Gorge was able to spawn them then. These are small pets or minions, if you will, that the Gorge can summon. They can, at this moment, they can summon up to 9. And players can give orders to Babblers, kind of the similar way you gave orders to, say, Antlions in Half-Life 2. That may change as the launch happens, but for right now, that's kind of what we know. The Babbler's abilities, I mean, obviously they can attack players, they can be ordered to attack players, they can attack structures, but what's a cool feature is that they can also be added to an alien itself as some sort of extra armor or extra hit points or a shield or some type, which makes the viability of these little guys really, really, really good and important on the battlefield. So definitely some great changes coming up for the aliens in this gorgeous update. Moving on to the Marines. The Marines, as we know right now, I'm sure everyone has heard, is the railgun is coming out for the exosuit. This is, as we know, an exosuit only weapon. Who knows if this will actually be a handheld weapon for the Marines, maybe in a future update. However, this railgun shoots rail bolts at the enemy, or your mouse button can be held down to charge up the railgun and do a pretty huge shot at an alien. And as I can kind of gather from the internet, this huge shot can one-shot either a skulk or a gorge and actually disintegrate them right on the spot. So this is a very cool weapon to look forward to for the Marines. And I know that everyone is kind of itching to get into one of these exosuits. No word if you can dual railgun yet, just like you can dual minigun on an exo, but I'm pretty sure we'll get some updates on that later. As of right now, the screenshots that we have show a railgun being on the right side and a claw or a fist being on the left, so that's what we know at this point. Moving on to maps, there is a new map coming out called Descent. Everyone's kind of heard about this map. There on your screen right now is kind of screenshot of a little bit of Descent. I also have a few more here. These are just gathered, off the internet of what we know at this point. But Descent is brand new artwork. This map is not on the same planet as the other maps, so you definitely get a different art feel. This map also is said to address like some complaints that all the maps up to this point have been way too similar, and this map is supposed to address that and make sure that it feels different, the gameplay feels different, and hopefully they will do a good job and do that. I mean, the map, so far from what we can see from the screenshots, the map looks gorgeous. And now a little bonus that I have for you guys today is a map that is upcoming well into the future. This is a long way off. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but there is a map in the works called Biodome. Who knows if that actually is the name of the map, but again, this map has no release date. It may come 2-3 patches down the road, but as far as we know right now, they are working on it. They have the shell of the map done, and they just need to texture and make it look pretty and probably do a little bit more game testing on it. However, I do have a screenshot of the map of Biodome. As we can see, it kind of is akin to, I would say, Summit, and also Vale. We have Summit, whereas the Crossroads is in the center. Vale has Nanogrid in the center, though there is no tech point in the center of Vale. This one has 5 tech points, as you can see: water processing, biosphere, platform, reception, hydroponics, and expansion. Expansion seems to be the one that everyone would want to go for in the beginning, as it has access to basically every base from that point, but this one looks very exciting. Again, we have no idea if this map, I mean, I can probably say right now, this map will change. It's so far off, and I'm pretty sure after playtesting, they're going to restructure this as well. So this is not the final copy. Expect this to change, but I thought it's a pretty cool thing to have, and just to show of kind of what's coming up at this point. So that is what we know about the gorgeous update. I'm sure that there are also other numerous updates coming up, SDK updates. There's also a new spectator view for esport casters, making it easier to know what's going on the map. I'm pretty sure a new camera mode. So there's a plethora of stuff that's coming down, but those are the main points I wanted to cover today. If you guys have anything else that you wanted to add or me to research to do into a new video, go ahead and leave a comment below. I will be casting for the ENSL matches on the weekends, so you can go ahead and check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/sting_RedDog. Also subscribe to this channel for more video updates. Thanks guys, and I will chat to you later.